Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're going to be getting started in a few minutes and let a couple more people pull in. But as you pulling in, let me know and drop it below where you from. Salute to everybody in the chat. What up, what up? Want to welcome everybody to the chat today. Shout out to All Things. Shout out to AJ64. Shout out to All Things. Okay, that's all. Okay. All Things and AJ64. Shout out to y'all. I'm only two I see in the chat. Hey, listen, I see you watching. If you here, let me know and drop it below. Let me know where you from. Type I'm listening. Just put something in the chat so I can know who I'm talking to and what's going on. So in today's live, we will be discussing the Errol Spence rematch and how I believe that it will be at 154. Based off some things that I heard today in an interview.
It's 10 o'clock.
With ESPINOZA. And I seen this interview earlier, and I hate that I get to go live so late because so many people that made videos about it. But I'm going to give my 2 cents about it and give my perspective. And I want to hear y'all 2 cents and hear what y'all got to say about it. Put a 1 in the chat if you seen the interview I'm talking about with ESPINOZA. Because we're going to run it back. I'm going to run it back. I'm going to roll the tape for y'all. Salute, Zach. How's it going? How's everybody's day been going so far? How's everybody's day been going so far? All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to run down, run through my little spiel real quick, and then I'm going to drop the link, and then we can just go from there. Because this, too, is also a chat-based channel. I do want to run through what I got to say real quick, though. And then we're going to run through the comments and see what everybody got to say. Let's see who we got in the building. We got All Things. AJ64. Illinois. Okay. Orlando, Florida. Disneyland. Disney World. Which one out there in Orlando? Orlando be having all those hurricanes, man. What up, Zach? Zach, where you from? Listen, if you listening to the replay of the live, make sure you let me know and drop it below and leave a comment. If you guys come to the page, you like, I don't want to leave a comment, just at the very least, put for the logarithm. Just put for the logarithm in the comment section, or let me know and drop it below where you from. But make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. AJ say, I think 100% Earl Beach Crawford. I'm sure he meant Beats. Earl Beats Crawford. Okay. Oh, Disney World. Disney World out there. I've been to Disney World, the one that had all the little countries in it. It wasn't fun to me. I didn't like it. I was in college at the time, and I was like, maybe I went to the wrong one. It wasn't a lot of rides or nothing. So I was like, maybe when I have kids and bring my kids back, it'd be more fun. Cause I think I went my junior year in college. It wasn't fun. I'm doing pretty good, AJ. I'm doing pretty good. Finally got on here to hop on live. I'm only planning on being on here for an hour. So Poria, Illinois. I don't think I heard of that. I'm sure I'm not saying it correctly. But let's go ahead and get started. So I know I've been talking about the Errol Spence rematch a lot, especially in these lives. But like I said in my first live, at one point, I felt like it wasn't enough people talking about the rematch. Everybody was talking about Crawford fighting Canelo, the winner of Canelo and Charlo, and him going up and fighting at 168. And to me, it just seemed like everybody was acting like Terence Crawford didn't have to fight a rematch with Errol Spence. Now, there's a lot of people that believe that it's gonna be easy. He gonna get washed again. Nobody really want to see a rematch. Why do we want to see a rematch? And I'm not gonna go over it in this live, but just go back and watch my old live, and I tell you why the rematch will be just as important as the first fight. Because of all the accusations and allegations and health issues and everything. It's so much controversy surrounding the first fight that we have to see another one. So, as you see in my title, it says Terence Crawford put his foot in his mouth. So let's run down why I said that. When all this stuff popped off, Terence Crawford had his homeboy come out, Steve Stone Cold, whatever his name is, Nelson. And he came out and he wanted to clear the rumors and set the narrative straight. Terence Crawford. Well, first everybody was saying they don't know if Spence gonna reactivate the rematch. They don't know if he's gonna reactivate the rematch. When the man said publicly 3 times he wants the rematch, he said it in the ring, he said it in the post conference, and he said it in the epilogue to his son. So he obviously wants the rematch. So that rumor swirl around. Boom, he activate the rematch clause. Now, once he activate the rematch clause, then you start hearing all the rhetoric about Stone Cold and Steve Nelson coming out with the tweet. Oh, we want the rematch. Well, first you start hearing the rumblings about Terence Crawford going to fight the winner of Charlo and Canelo, right? And how Terence Crawford want to fight Canelo, and how that'll be the biggest fight in boxing, right? He all on Joe Rogan saying this. Boom, Earl activate the rematch. So then it said Terence Crawford's the A side now. Terence Crawford the A side, so he get to pick the weight. So Terence Crawford can do whatever he want. He the A side. He get to pick the weight. After you've been talking about fighting at 154, fighting at 168, saying you can move up to go fight Canelo, saying you can fight the winner of Charlo, and you willing to fight Charlo wherever, 154, 160, 168, it don't matter to you because you a dog. You You a dog. You can fight at any weight. All the way up to 168. This is what you saying. You saying on the podcast and the interviews, this is coming out your own mouth. Then your homeboy come out, Steve Nelson, and he say, well, we want the rematch at 147 because we really don't want the rematch. And we want to do something great. And we don't want it at 154 because if we take it at 154, then we're not really moving up 3 weight classes to be Canelo. And we want to do something great. Now, when I first heard that, I said, that don't make no sense. It didn't make sense. But here come, oh, that's what's up. He don't really want the rematch. He the A side. He get to pick the weight. So we seen clearly the rumor is, we don't know for true what it is, but the rumor is Errol Spence was weight drained. And he been trying to make the weight for this long, and now he's unable to make the weight. And you seen the results in the fight. Knockdown boxing, what's going on? And you seen the results in the fight. So why would you, because you have to do the rematch. It's in the contract, right? No matter how you feel about it, you got to do the rematch. Why would you make the rematch at 147 pounds when we just seen the result of the fight and they're saying Errol Spence has an issue making the weight? Why would you do that? Who does that make sense to? But you had some people on here and some channels on here, it made sense to them. Oh, well, he the A side, he get to pick the weight. He the A side. It don't matter if he said in the post conference that he had trouble making the weight and he can do the rematch at 154. He gonna use that as leverage so he could get more money. This made sense to people when it made absolutely no sense to me. And then Steven Espinoza comes out and he says, basically, you cannot use the weight to manipulate the rematch. You cannot do that. Like, why would you think that was okay? And let me tell you what Terence Crawford put his foot in his mouth. Because if that was his plan and what he wanted to do, he should have never said nothing. He should have never said nothing. See, he thought he was going to play these kind of mind head games and get away with some stuff and get over on PBC and Showtime. And he thought he was going to get over on Showtime because listen, you know if you make that fight at 147, of course nobody's going to want to watch it. Y'all trying to say nobody going to want to watch the rematch. Nobody's going to want to watch the rematch at 147, not after the way he looked, and the word is that he weight drained. So everybody been saying how you want all these advantages when you fight people. You only just confirm that. And everybody that's like, oh, well, he the A side, he get to pick the weight. He don't owe Earl nothing. That don't even make sense, guys. Why would you want him to fight, as his fan, why would you want him to fight Errol Spence at such a huge advantage again in a rematch? Of course nobody gonna buy that. Of course nobody gonna want to see that. Duh. But y'all encouraging y'all fighter to do whatever he want because he's the A side. That's not even how that works. So then everybody's like, oh, well, Terence Crawford is looking for the big money fights. Terence Crawford want all the legacy fights. And I'm like, okay, so with all this other times, he ain't been looking for no big money fights and no legacy fights. Now, all of a sudden, he beat Errol Spence. He wants to go up 3 weight classes and fight the best person in that weight class. That don't even make sense, guys. That don't even make sense. So we're going back and forth with this. Oh, is it going to be at 147? Is it going to be at 147? Is it going to be at 154? He don't want the rematch. Showtime don't want the rematch. Then after that, Showtime's didn't want the rematch. When I never heard them say that they didn't want the rematch. Now, what I did hear them say is that the rematch won't be this year and it'll be next year. And also what I'm hearing them say is you're not about to play around with this weight. Let me see. Hold on. Let me roll some tape for y'all real quick. Let me roll some tape because we're not going to be on here long. And I want to let everybody, drop the link and let everybody that want to get a chance to come on here, come on here. What's up, Supreme L? All right, if y'all could hear this, put a 1 in the chat.
So many options right now, and Crawford is still like you said you feel the winner of this fight is the biggest fight, but I don't know. I think the Crawford fight, even though it sounds freaking crazy, could be the biggest fight. Is there any reservations on your end putting that fight because of the weight classes, because of what we saw with Jermell and Canelo?
They're different fighters, but sure, it's something that's going to be we'd have to address in the marketing and in the promotion because there are some who us to say, look, we already saw a small guy, go up and try to face Canelo, and how's this going to be any different? Now, look, Crawford is not Jermell. There's a range of different differences, but the weight is a bigger challenge even than it would be for Jermell. There's no way around that.
Does it make you
Okay, so I don't know if they're even considering making this Canelo fight. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Sometimes the way I hear Espinoza talk about it, I think they may possibly consider it. But like he just said, we just seen a smaller guy go up and fight a bigger guy, and it didn't work out too well. So how are they gonna market an even smaller guy going up to fight a bigger guy when the smaller guy don't even really have a market like that, right? And maybe he just trying to be nice. I don't know, but I honestly don't think Terence Crawford really wants to fight Canelo because it just don't make sense.
hesitant to put on that fight, or do you still think you guys, with the right marketing, could be able to push that and sell that?
Look, we try to gauge the market and see what fans want the most and what's going to be the most satisfactory product. So I don't think there's a bad choice between the two.
Oh, yeah, Benavidez and Canelo and Crawford and Canelo. If you do both of those, I think you guys are going to hit pay-per-view wise.
Yeah, I think that's right. So the question is, what makes sense? I mean, look, there's some mandatories out there that, start to make noise. So there's a lot of potentials. But, what I think Canelo at this point in his career wants the biggest events, the most exciting events possible. And, we'll see what happens in this fight. I think this will go a long way to figuring out what the next fights are for Canelo.
If
you don't know what fight he's talking about Benavidez and the Andrade fight. And like he said, it's mandatories there. So I don't know why you think you're gonna just skip all those people at the actual weight class and you go fight them coming down from 3 weight classes below. It doesn't make sense. Let me know what y'all think about that, chat. Cause let me know if I'm tripping or if it do sound like they keeping it in consideration. Cause he's not shutting it down. But what he is saying, and then so when you say something like, well, if Crawford want to fight at 168, he should go up and fight Benavidez. Or he should go up and fight whoever the mandatory is that's trying to fight Canelo. And then if he beat them, he should get the Canelo fight. Oh, y'all trying to kill Bud. So what you mean? How he gonna go up and fight Canelo, but he can't fight nobody else in the weight class? Come on, y'all.
David has a sensational win, I would imagine that that's the next natural one. Then it would be with Canelo, right?
If David has a impressive win, then I think there's a ton of momentum behind that fight, and that I think jumps to the top of the list in terms of which is the biggest fight.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And I'm impartial, but fans have been wanting that fight with David for a really, really long time. Whoever's the best win the fight. That's for sure. What's the status of Spence and Crawford? Is
Still in discussion. Yes.
And this is Fight Hub TV. So I just wanted to let y'all throw that out there. Fight Hub TV.
Still in discussions. Still got some details to work out. Not going to happen this year at this point. So
that December thing
Fight not going to happen this year. Not going to be in December. I guess we all kind of knew that.
Was not going to.
Yeah, I mean, it's there, but I'm not sure anyone felt really pressured to do that. But I think we're getting to mid-October, so pulling off a December pay-per-view where you don't have it in place by mid-October is a challenge. So I think conversations will continue and probably look at 2024.
Is this true? Like I read that Crawford can choose the weight. Is that accurate?
All right, here we go. With the Crawford can choose the weight. Remember, his fans said he the A side. He should be able to do whatever he want to do. He don't owe Spence nothing. Just because Spence made them concessions for him don't mean nothing, right? This is the mentality of his fans. What up, Al? Poe? What's going on?
Because he won the fight?
Not completely. Not completely. I mean, there are some other parameters I don't want to get into, but it goes into it. The idea behind the phrase is like, weight shouldn't be. If there's a legitimate difference, one guy is legitimately going to 154, one guy is legitimately staying at 47, then that's a reason a fight can't be made. But weight can't be used as an excuse and sort of say, I don't feel like it. Like, I'll go up for this guy, but not another guy. So, that's sort of the spirit. The language is very, more precise and very definitive. But the concept is, out of fairness, is, let's not be selective. Can't say, hey, I won't go up for this guy, or I won't go up for the rematch, but I'll go up for this guy. That's not the spirit of it.
Okay, so let me know and drop it below in the comments what y'all think about what he just said. Because what I just heard him say is you cannot do that, and that Terence Crawford just put his foot in his mouth saying how he want to go to 168 and fight Canelo. Because there's no way you're going to say, I'm going to take the rematch at 147 so I don't have to fight the rematch, but I'm going to go fight 3 weight classes up. Why would you think you're going to get away with that? Unless, wait, let's finish. Let's finish. Hey, if y'all can hear this clearly, just drop a 1 in the chat.
But contractually, it has to happen, the rematch. Or if one or the other chooses not to, then we won't have a rematch.
Peep what he say. Peep what he say.
If there are some conditions in which it wouldn't happen. Well, I don't want to get into specifics of it. Yeah.
Can you get into one specific?
Well, I mean, weight is one thing. If they can't agree on weight, that's it. But money is set. All the other parameters are set. Weight is one of the few examples where that could be the obstacle.
So the only thing that will stop the rematch, well, not the only thing. Let me take that back. He says a bunch of parameters, but one of the things that could stop the rematch is the weight. The money is set. You heard him say that. The parameters are set. Everything is already set. So the only issue would be the weight. So let me ask you a question. Why is the weight even an issue? Why is the weight an issue? Why can't this just be a simple, boom, we fought at 147. I lost. Let's have the rematch at 154 easy, because the money is already set. So this is not about leverage or money. To me, it's starting to sound like it's about you trying to get out the rematch for real. And not because it was so easy. Because you don't want to fight it at a weight where things will be on a more even playing field. What else is there? What else could it be? Why else would you want the rematch at 147, but you want to fight everybody else at a higher weight class? You want to fight everybody else at a higher weight class except Errol Spence. Why? Why, Terence? Because you don't want the rematch? Okay, so you don't take the rematch, but you want big money fights. Let's go through that. Okay. You're not fighting Danny Garcia, which, I mean, I don't even know if that would have been a big money fight for you, and Danny Garcia's at 160. But you said you fight at 160. You're not fighting Keith Thurman. You just took Jermell Charlo off your hit list. So who you gonna fight? Oh, you did petition the WBO to be Tim Tszú's mandatory for the WBO belt. But guess what Tim said? Guess what Tim said after his fight? Charlo. He want to fight Charlo because he believes Charlo is the best at 154, regardless of this foolishness everybody else talking about because of the Canelo fight. He's still the best at 154, and you took him off your hit list. And now you don't want to fight Earl in the rematch. So y'all let me know in the comments, does it sound like Crawford is blackballing himself, or am I tripping? Or am I tripping? He most likely not gonna get a fight with Canelo because nobody gonna want to see that. We just seen the Charlo and that didn't come out how they thought it was gonna come out. And I mean, what they gonna market again? Undisputed versus undisputed? Nobody falling for that no more. They already used that marketing trick. You claim Charlo off your hit list now that he's available to fight you. You don't want to fight Keith Thurman. You don't want to fight Danny Garcia. Who do you want to fight? Who you gonna fight, Terence? Who do you have left to make big money with? Earl was all you had, bro. Like, we gotta be for real. We gotta stop this. Oh, Terence Crawford beat Earl. Now he the A side. Now he running everything. Now he ain't what? Who Terence gonna send a contract to? He can't. All this A-side talk sound good. But if he doesn't fight Errol Spence, where is he going to go? Somebody in the comments, please. If he doesn't fight Errol Spence, where he going to go? I'm about to drop the link. We almost through with this interview.
Finally, the elephant in the room, obviously, I'm sure that you've been asked about it. Is it true that next year it's only pay-per-views from Showtime, and then after that, there's no more programming because of the Paramount thing, the merger that's happening?
Yeah, I'm smiling.
I mean, if y'all want to, he gonna talk about Showtime. If y'all want to go into that, put a 2 in the chat. We could talk about it. But I really want to get ready to drop the link so people could come up here because I'm just trying to think about this in a simple, logical way. Why did you just randomly say you weren't gonna fight Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia? And then after the Charlo fight, it probably don't matter what would have happened. Listen. The only way you probably would have fought Charlo after the Canelo fight is if he had a tough fight, got knocked out, all that. Then you would have been like, oh, I want the Charlo fight. But since that didn't happen, Charlo didn't get damaged in that fight like everybody wanted him to. He's still able to maintain and fight. But I keep hearing Sean Porter say he don't think Jermell, I'm getting off topic, but I keep hearing Sean Porter say he don't think Jermell Charlo is going to fight again. I don't know why he's saying that. I think that's weird that he's saying that. He called out Terence Crawford after the fight. What makes him think that Jermell Charlo is not going to fight again? And I keep thinking maybe he's saying he's not going to fight again at 154, but he keeps saying after the way he fought against I don't think he's going to fight again. I don't know, but I digress. So let me get back on topic. What was I saying, chat? Terence Crawford blackballing himself. Like, what is he going to do? What is he really going to do if he doesn't fight Errol Spence in a rematch? And why is it so hard? Why is it so difficult to make the rematch at 154? I mean, it's 2 months past the fight. We still talk. We still don't know what weight the rematch is going to be at. How do we not know what weight the rematch is going to be at? When you've been saying you're going to fight at every other weight class, what are we talking about? And then your fan base jump on the bandwagon with you sounding crazy. I heard what ESPINOZA said, so anybody that was supporting that and backing that, they just sound crazy. So even if you can make the rematch, so we both have trouble making the weight. But since I have more trouble than you, you're going to make the fight at 147. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm about to drop the link. I want y'all come up here and chat with me. And I don't know why people think that's okay. Oh, Terence Crawford, the A side. So what does that mean? Just because you the A side, you can be unreasonable? Like, imagine if Spence would have won, right? Let's say Spence won, and Terence Crawford won the rematch. And Terence Crawford was like, "Oh, you've been hurt. You already knew I was gonna have trouble making the weight because that was clearly your plan. Hey, y'all, click the link. Somebody come on up here. That was clearly the plan. And then you want to do it again? I don't know. Let's run through some of these comments. Let's see. Big Dose 513, salute. All things say they playing with us. Bud can fight Spence, Boots, Zoo, Mel, Nello. Got boys at 168 waiting for him. I mean, this is the thing I also noticed about Bud throughout watching him throughout the career. Whoever he's talking about that he wants to fight, he don't fight him. He don't fight him. Do you ever know do you ever hear Bud talking about his opponents before he fight them? No, he's always talking about somebody else he not finna fight, and then he go fight somebody you don't know. I'm not making it up. I'm not hating. I'm just saying that's what he do. That's facts. Go look it up. Go look at all the people Bud done called out. It ain't never been nobody he was finna. Was he calling out Evanesian? Chad, let me know. Was Terence Crawford calling out Evanesian, or was he calling out Errol Spence and then boom, he popped up with Evanesian? At least this time he not calling him out. He letting you know he not gonna fight him. Crawford versus Benavidez has a built-in storyline with Crawford beating his brother Jose. Knockdown. Do you really think Crawford will fight Benavidez? I mean, that's a tall task. Crawford, like, we gotta stop this, y'all. We gotta stop these fantasy fights with Terence Crawford. I don't know. I seen somebody in the comments one time. I was on one of the boxing channels, and it said, I think the only person that could beat Crawford is Bivol. I said, what? Bivol? Y'all gotta stop this. I said these Crawford fans gotta stop this. These people. I don't like to say, like, you don't know shit about boxing. I hate when people say that, because I mean, it's so much to know about boxing. So what does that even mean? I know stuff about boxing. I don't know everything about boxing. You're a casual. Well, I mean, we all started somewhere. Everybody started somewhere. You was a casual at one point. So since you know a little bit more about boxing, you're gonna. It's crazy. It's crazy. These people funny. Yeah, Crawford gotta fight Spence, so he gotta go to court. And I don't know if this stalling the rematch is a strategy, just for no reason, just to be playing mind games and head games, or if he just want to mess with the media. I don't know. But what you really did was put your foot in your mouth saying you want to go up all these weight classes and fight people, and then say you want the rematch at 147. So basically, I believe this is what Steven Espinoza is saying. If you fight the rematch at 147, you win, you fighting Boots. Because the rematch needs to be where you gonna be fighting at. You know what I'm saying? It don't need to be somewhere you know you're not gonna fight at. You just saying that so you can get, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. They want Earl at 100% for this rematch. Yeah, everybody want Earl at 100% for this rematch. What up, Supreme L?
Peace, what's going on, sis?
Nothing much. Trying to make sense of this. Trying to make sense of the Bud logic.
Yeah, that's you and everybody else. I don't know. Me personally, like I say, if he don't fight EJ, he's gonna have to. He wants big money, but he's gonna end up losing money. In arbitration or in court. So.
I mean, this is my thing. See, Espinoza not even really being clear either on if he can actually do that. But it's almost like, maybe even if you can do that, I'm warning you. If you do that, if you say 147, you gonna be at 147.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he's saying. Like he's telling them, look, you got two options. Either you honor the contract and you fight EJ at 54 or 47, whatever, you're going to end up fighting him. If not, then you're gonna have to pay. Period.
Period. So I don't know, man. It shouldn't be this hard. Like, what is the issue?
Old boy selling wolf tickets.
Huh?
He's selling wolf tickets.
He's selling wolf tickets.
Bud selling wolf tickets.
And do you know the process to being a mandatory?
Far as what, like
this is what I heard. This is how I heard you be a mandatory. Like when they had a conferences and stuff, or you got to petition, and I think you got to be ranked, and then you got to petition and be like, this is the reason I should be the mandatory. And so, or I guess if you the super champion, you'd automatically, you could activate to be the mandatory. So when they said the WBO was saying that Terence Crawford was gonna be the mandatory for Tim Tszyu, I'm like, did they petition for that?
Well,
Because
it's in a way, yeah. In a way, you can petition for it. Like it's like it all goes down to the rankings. It is how you're ranked. Like Boots is ranked number 1 for the IBF. You know what I'm saying? But he's ranked number 2 for the WBO.
right,
So he can petition only when you're in the pole position. Like when you're number 1, you can only like he can Bud can go up to 54 and petition do. He can do that
okay,
because
so
he's quote unquote the A side, quote
okay,
unquote.
pause right there. Pause right there. So you're telling me, first of all, you got the rematch with Earl. You petitioned to be Tim Tszyu's mandatory, who just got the WBO belt, but you took Charlo off your list, who got all the other belts, who
Right.
called you out to fight you.
Hey, look, hey, I agree with you. I agree with you on that one, sis. Hey,
I'm
but
just
then
trying to
again,
see
he
if I'm
still
tripping. I'm just trying to see if I'm
nah. You're
tripping.
not. You're not. But he still have to give that. He has to honor the contract. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He has to either fight EJ or he's gonna pay. Now he can do all the petition he wants. He can petition till the cows come home. But you have to go through the road to Texas to EJ.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, they really acting like he for sure is gonna be EJ. Like what do people know that we don't? Because they acting like he just for sure gonna be EJ again. Like it's gonna be the same. Hold on, I got something from something Bomac said earlier. Let me find it.
After that, there's no more pro.
Let me find it. So how's your day been going, Supreme Ill?
Oh, it's been going good, sis. Another day at work. Got the babies together. They laying down sleeping, so just getting ready for another work day tomorrow. But it's been going good. How about yours? Uh-oh, she dropped out. I guess she dropped out, chat, but she should be coming back in.
Oh, I fell out. All right, I'm back. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
I don't know what happened. All right, hold on a second. Let me.
Now I was saying, how about yours? How was your day, sis?
It was cool. It was cool. The usual. Hold on, give me a second.
This is what you were saying. You were.
All right, here we go. This is Bomac. This is also from Fight Hub TV.
You know, the video we saw in All Access, what you were saying, you were a proud moment, you know, when you became undisputed, the big fight after so many years. Everybody keeps been talking about the potential rematch. Are we going to see it? What's the status of it? Have you heard it?
Listen, the rematch is going to happen. Mark my words. The same thing is going to happen.
Even at 154, Bowman?
I would do it damn at 160.
Even at 160? Going up to 160?
If it happened at 160, if it happened at 147, if it happened at 122 pounds, it's still going to be the same damn day.
Bowman. I know, you know.
So what are we talking about? Why do we still not know what the weight is for the rematch?
So what did he say? Did he say 154 or
He
160?
said at 154, 160, even if it was at 122, it's gonna be the same
Wow.
result. So this shouldn't even be an issue unless you plan.
Right. I
Knockdown
think
boxing say Crawford just can't get right.
right. I think, I think they stalling. I think they stalling to either, you know, I mean, we all know, everybody knows that Bud is juicing, man. And I think he's, either getting cycled, he's cycling more the juice, knowing that he got to go to 54 and build some more testosterone up, But yeah, I think he's doing a little bit more stalling tactics.
Man, I don't know. Hey, y'all hit that like button. But I know he been real quiet since Espinoza. Ever since Espinoza said that the first time about the contract, we ain't heard much from Crawford.
Oh yeah,
He stopped all the crazy. Do you know I seen a video of Crawford today hitting a golf ball 300 yards?
really.
Yes. I should have downloaded it and played it on here. I'm gonna see if I can find it again. So this guy
You
playing
know,
football. He hitting a golf, but he say call him Terence Woods.
them PEDs, and that's your inside. It it destroys your in, internal organs. Like
And it makes your bones weak too, right?
yeah, it turns your brain to mush.
Really?
Oh yeah, he
But
was
them
on his
athletes that what's the Victor was fooling with, they straight, ain't they?
not over time. Over time, it breaks you down.
You know, I got a friend, right? She a
Mhm.
physical therapist. She got doctor's degree, everything, whatever. So she don't really follow boxing, but like I like to update her on it because she like the drama of it, right? And so I was telling her about this. I was showing her the pictures and everything. She was like, "Oh, for sure, for sure." And she was like, "In 5 years, you will really be able to tell."
Mm.
Because she was saying how it make your bones weak and make you start to look old, like all these different side effects that in the future you'll definitely be able to tell.
And memory loss.
Mm. But Tim Montgomery looks straight.
Yeah, it looks could be deceiving at times.
Right, he might have some crazy stuff going on, huh? But why they not warning people?
Well, the warnings are out there. The warnings been out there. I just downloaded this book. It's called uh uh PD Drugs and Entertainment or something like that. I'm gonna send you the link on a copy too, and it gives you all the side effects of all the PEDs that's known, and it's crazy. I just tell you.
It's a lot of them that's gonna be messed up, man. It's a lot of them over there fooling with Victor, but they microdosing, so maybe that might have allegedly, maybe
Yeah.
that might have a different effect. He says Crawford don't want to fight Thurman. He don't want to fight Danny Garcia. He don't want to fight Boots. Crawford just a snake. I mean,
Wow.
who does Crawford want to fight? Like, at least first what he used to do is say who he want to fight and then just fight somebody completely different. At least he's saying he don't want to fight him now.
Hmm.
But I guarantee you he don't want to fight Canelo. I do not think he's serious.
Yeah, I don't think he's serious about fighting Mel. I think it's just like I said. I think he blowing smoke.
I really thought he was for real about fighting Jamel though. I mean that's a realistic, believable fight. Like I could see you fight Jamel.
No, I don't think
It's gonna
so.
be challenging. He
I
not
don't
gonna
think
have the advantage he thought because he probably thought Jamel was gonna go up there and get blasted by Canelo.
right, right. I don't think he's serious. Me personally, I don't take him serious.
Nah, you know
I
you
don't
can't.
take cheaters serious, man. And it's known that he is a cheater. And
Hey,
nah, I don't take no cheaters serious. You can't take him serious. Like,
you really can't, and that's a true statement.
you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, I can see if EJ came in there like on 100%, and we've seen him like he was fighting Danny, like he was fighting Ugas. You know what I'm saying? He was bright eyed, bushy tail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And was moving. And I cringe when people say, "Oh, Earl is just one dimensional.
Right.
He don't have no skills." Like, dude, how could y'all not say that EJ has no skills. So how could y'all say he doesn't have skills? He's an Olympian.
An Olympian. And got cheated in the Olympics. They gotta cheat this man to beat this man.
Come on, man.
It's
Come on.
wild. Ma from
But
B More say, why should Earl fight Bud again when Bud's going to cheat? Chat, why should Earl fight Bud again if Bud is going to cheat? I mean, because what do you mean? He's still gonna fight him again. If listen, it was more so Earl and just to give my 2 cents than it was Terence Crawford. Because it's like Earl couldn't do nothing. Like the dude he couldn't even get his head off the line. This is an Olympian that can't get his head off the line.
right.
Like, what are we talking about? The man couldn't even get hit. This is an Olympian. He can't even get his head off the line? Come on. My 6-year-old daughter can get her head off the line.
And then they tripped because you can go back in all the previous fights and you can see EJ has head movement. He has head movement.
He has underrated defense. They just want to diminish him. The same way they doing Charlo. They just want to diminish everything they've ever done and act like they nobodies from one loss. All of a sudden, you need to retire. What are y'all talking about? So everybody with one loss need to retire.
Right. I think it goes back to y'all being down there in Texas. I think they have something against Derek James
Man, they
in the
don't like
boxing
Texas. They don't like the great state.
y'all too big down there.
You know what I'm saying? They don't like the Lone Star State. Don't mess with Texas. That is not a game.
What they say, sis? Everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas. Come on, man. These people hate on Texas. Listen, this is the great state. It's everything here.
Yeah.
What's up, Crucial Content? She say, ew, I see you 2 cents. Yeah, we up here. But yeah, man, it's they got the whole Frank Martin, everybody, they trying to destroy everybody. Frank Martin don't want to do business with Shakur because he ain't paying him enough money. Now all of a sudden he's scared and he a duck and all this. Like, it's crazy how far they take it when some go down with one of them fighters.
And so many people give Shakur and Bud like they the best two on the planet. Period. Like serious.
Earl should fight Tim Tszyu. My from BMO say Earl should fight Tim Tszyu. Somebody in the chat, let me know if I'm missing something. I like Tim Tszyu. I like that he stays active. I like that he fights decent competition. But what am I missing, like, about his style that makes him think he can beat Jermell Charlo?
I don't think so on that one.
What up, Mr. Moss?
Oh, Mr. Moss in here?
He said he gonna eat real quick and hop on. All right, I got about 10 more, 11 more minutes up on here. I'm just doing an hour. I'm getting my live feet wet.
There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Put your toes in.
We just getting started. Got about 12 people on. I remember when I first started over there on Ross Channel, it used to be like 16 people in there. We used to go in. I can't believe that stuff grew crazy like that, man.
Oh, I seen his live. He said you sent him something about
Oh, you wasn't on that live?
Nah, I was.
Hey, when he hit that live button, I was laughing so hard. I said, man, I'm not sending Ross another video, man.
Yeah,
hey, when I seen the thumbnail, I was like, I was laughing so hard. I was like, oh my goodness.
Man, I was looking at it. And I was talking to him on the phone, and yeah, man, he was.
Hey, when I tell you that was funny, like I haven't laughed that hard in a while. I ain't gonna lie to you. Man, hey, I be laughing on there though. I be laughing right, like it's just so funny. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, the family's good. Man. The family's good. It's a good family. Tucson Boxing and Boxing Outlet. It's beautiful, beautiful thing to have.
See, the Keji says, "What's up, the Keji? Only 4 fights out there for Bud that make money for him and are realistic. That's Spence at 154, Charlo at 154, or Boots Thurman at 147. Yep. And he already said he not fighting Boots and Thurman and Charlo off his list. So, I mean, what are we talking about?
It's only one mic left.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to do it at 54. Why would you make the fight at a weight where you not going? I mean, I guess your guaranteed money, that's all you worried about. That's a selfish dude, man.
I mean,
You
I
right,
really
for being
don't.
where we don't know the behind the scene politics. But like
I
I
really
say,
don't like Bud.
this is my 2 cents, and whatever information I collect, I just logically put it together and I give my opinion about it. No, I don't know all the facts and everything. All I know is what's available to me. And from what's been available to me, it ain't been making no sense. And everybody been championing it and running behind it. And I'm saying, looking around like, this don't make sense, y'all.
Yeah, and Bud is just Bud don't make any sense. And yes, Bud would be a duck. He would be a mighty duck if
If
he
Bud
don't
don't
fight
fight Spence, it's a duck. But you know why they're not gonna say it's a duck? Because he already beat him the first time.
See, but that's the good thing about having a rematch clause. Because
That's
if
what
he
I'm
would have
saying.
lost,
He
he
would
would
have.
if he would have lost, he would have been, hey, I need my get back. Can I get one more go? Then
Right.
what would they would say? Oh, Bud had an off night. He just couldn't get it together, but yeah, he deserved a second chance. Oh, so EJ don't deserve a second chance?
It don't make no sense. He's not getting any other fight until he fight EJ again. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. The
He got
lighter
to
weight
he got to
camp
come
gets
back through
first
Texas.
choice when they move up. Oh, you
He
talking
got to
about
come back through Texas, man.
Man, oh, I got another video I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my next live. Man, I got so much stuff I want to talk about. But my next live, we're gonna go over what can Errol Spence do to win the rematch. Since everybody want to know, what can he do? That's what they say. Well, what can he do to win a
Right.
rematch? So
Right.
I'm gonna give my 2 cents on what I think about it.
I can tell you what he can do right now.
What you got?
One, he don't come in there again looking like he did against Bud when he first walked to the ring.
Period.
Two, he continue to fight like he was fighting Lucas, like he was fighting Danny in the previous fight that he had.
Now, do you believe that there is possibly something going on that we are not privy to with Spence?
Far as what, like the mental?
Health wise.
Okay.
Okay, let me let you think about that. AJ64 says Crawford always makes negotiation difficult. And that's another reason why he probably not gonna get many more fights. I mean, the dude is blackballed. Like, this is, to me, it seems like this is what he wants. Like, I'm just gonna keep taking and getting what I want and getting what I want, so they not gonna give it to me no more, and then I'm gonna be cool.
Right. That's fact right there. And again, I'm going to say, even Bob Arum said that, Crawford was hard to work with.
Yep.
Yeah, even he downplayed Crawford. And what did Crawford go and do? He went
Prove
back
him
and
right.
signed right back with Massa.
And everybody had Bud back. At that point, everybody was a real Bud fan. Like, we was like, okay. I mean, once he re-signed with Top Rank, it was like, like, let me re-examine this dude, man.
but
So
no,
original Americans say, so is Bud choose to stay at 147 and EJ feel he can't make the way to 147, Bud will have to fight Boots. It's mandatory. Yes, that's what I think will happen. Because who else you gonna fight at 147? You talking about you want big money. ESPINOZA already said this is an open checkbook if you fight Boots. So that's a duck too. Because if money is the issue, Boots right there. You
but
talking
the
about
other
everybody
thing,
but Boots. You talking about
but
everybody but the people available for you to fight for real.
yeah, but the
And
thing
now you
is,
was talking about Charlo, but now he off your hit list.
if he do choose to stay at 147, right, and he can't force EJ to come back to 147, he can't force him to do that. So he would have to end up paying him. So you're gonna lose money. You're gonna look for a bigger payday, but you're gonna lose money. So you know. But
Well,
to answer your question though earlier, nah, I don't think there's something else going on with EJ. I think something happened that night. Something happened that night. Maybe something somebody gave him something, or he willingly took something, which I don't really see that happening. Because Sin City, Las Vegas is something. A lot of stuff go down. A lot of people do things there. So,
right.
uh,
Yeah. Well, I hope not because I mean, he still can beat a lot of fighters at 54.
oh yeah,
The
oh
Can't
yeah.
you say I'm just shocked how incompetent EJ's team were not to have an option to make the rematch win or lose at 154. Well, you got to understand that it almost seems as if he disagreed to anything, then he wouldn't have got the fight. So imagine that. Like, oh, he won a coin toss. All right, give it to him. Oh, from my understanding, Terence Crawford is the one that wanted the rematch clause in the contract, which was
Right.
part of the holdup. And now you don't want the rematch. See, and this is why nobody gonna be trying to deal with you. Like, this is a difficult dude. Like, for no reason. I just want to be difficult because I can. He probably sit at home and laugh.
Mm-hmm.
He probably put a tweet out and then cock his head back and like, ha ha ha, like an evil ass laugh type shit.
Why would you? Why? My question is, why would you want to have a rematch clause?
Yeah. So what did that say?
'Cause
What was he thinking?
he was thinking he got a big chance that he might lose.
From you,
But
I think you might have been late. You saying he trying to get more money for 154? I just ran the clip with Steven Espinoza. Listen, when we get off the live, I want you to run back the replay and listen to it. He said everything is set. The money is set. They came out of Espinoza's mouth, so there is no more money to get. There is no more
mhm,
money to get. So you just being difficult for no reason at this point, for real. Like, for real.
right, right.
Can't you
That's why
say?
he's so quiet. Remember, he was in the ocean at the ocean side where the hotel was, swimming in there and talking big mess. He was talking real big. Now you quiet as a church mouse.
Quiet. I can't wait. They didn't show the video of him hitting the ball 300 yards, but somebody was like, "Oh, how far?" He was like, "How far I hit it? 300 yards." I'm gonna show y'all that video. This dude out here throwing footballs, hitting golf balls 300 yards.
Enjoy it while it lasts, bud.
Bud can agree to the rematch, but only at 147, which would kill the rematch. As no way EJ can fight at that weight now and release Bud from rematch contract. But Spence might do it. And I'm gonna watch it. But he might do it just cause I don't know, man. Spence is Spence. Like, you ain't gonna tell him nothing. He think he can overcome everything. I would think that he probably would have learned that lesson in the last fight, that it might be some things you need to consider before you make decisions, because you're not Superman. But hey, it is what it is.
But Bud did say the the fighter, if he can't make the 147 weight, you can put that in writing, and then what? That y'all both gonna go up to 54, or what? What was he saying about that?
You talking about what was Bud saying about that?
Yeah, because he said that if either fighter can't make the weight, they have to present that in writing. That's per contract. That's what he said.
I mean, how credible is Crawford? And why do I need to put this in writing, bro? Like, why you playing with me? You yeah. You see what I'm saying? Well, it's in writing. It's on
Yeah,
my Twitter bio.
right.
Like, stop being silly. Oh, well, he haven't put it in writing. Come on, man. Like, and then everybody just start running with that. Come on, y'all know that don't even make no sense.
Yeah, that don't right.
Hey, is the echo better? I gotta give me some headphones for this. I gotta.
It's a little better.
Okay.
What you on the phone or what you?
I'm on my computer, but I don't have no headphones. Now I see why everybody be having on headphones because we got the
Oh, okay,
echo.
got it.
So I'm gonna give me some headphones. But them snacks
Yeah,
got Crawford a superhero now. Yeah, everybody think he can go to 168.
yeah. I mean, yeah, the way he was, yeah, man, this dude, like, you can't take him serious, man. That you can't take him serious. I don't take him serious.
Charlo from B More say, my from B More say Charlo came out lame as hell against Canelo. I mean, he did exactly what everywhere. Listen, everything that people said was gonna happen before the fight happened, and then everybody in the uproar. Why? Everybody said, "Oh, my heart is with Charlo, but my head is with Canelo. He moving up 2 weight classes. I know it ain't gonna be nothing he could do." So, and then it was nothing he could do. That's exactly what happened.
What if, what if Mel was told not to beat Canelo?
I thought about that too. I didn't want to get into all of that, but
Girl, I tell you, great minds think alike. I'm telling you, what if he was told? That's why he's probably looking so mad in that corner. He's like, "Hey, don't beat this dude. You gonna go in here, 12 rounds, last 12 rounds, and we got some good money for you. Don't beat him."
because think about it. Everybody know how Charlo fight. That had to have killed him. He was crying. This man was crying. You know Charlo cry when he lose. That had to have
Right,
killed him not to
right.
just go as hard as he wanted to. That stuff probably messed him up mentally for sure. The Keji say long-term use causes the problems, which is why so many bodybuilders die each year. Guys like Ronnie Coleman is in a wheelchair now. Yeah, but them bodybuilders be using heavy steroids like it's legal. They be pumping it up. I think they say that Liver King dude was spending like $20,000 a month on steroids.
Yeah, even these, I'm telling you, these boxers too. Like we, I'm telling you that they say who was it that Victor Conte was just? I just seen the video he did. Well, they did. He just didn't do, but it was 5 years ago, and somebody was going to fight Canelo. Who's supposed to fight Canelo? And he popped dirty, and he was supposed to fight. And he was supposed to fight Andre. He was supposed to fight Boo Boo Saunders. Was it Billy Saunders? I think it was
Billy Joe Saunders?
Billy Joe Saunders. Right. He popped dirty. Right. And Victor Conte. I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send you that video, the link to that video, and you check it out. He said that Billy Joe Saunders were taking the stake of PEDs, and Canelo was taking peanut butter and jelly sandwich PED. So that mean he was taking Billy Joe Saunders was taking the big boy.
That's why they popped him probably because you know those the a lot of times those tests be it's like the tests are private and they send them to a promotional company, so it's like ambiguity. Like they could just be like, oh, let's pop him, or they could be
Hmm.
like, nah, let him fight.
Right, right. Well, I wanted to address again, uh, these this hand wrap, this tape onto the bare skin uh, theory about Nevada allowing that. That is not allowed. You just can't put bare tape onto the skin like that. So I
Well,
just
they
want
started saying that when that Fulton stuff was going down, they was like, well, it's like 3 or 4 states in the United States that allow it, and it was like Vegas and I don't know what other places they named, but they
to,
were saying how Vegas was one of the places that allowed quote unquote double stacking.
yeah. See, and
So wait,
and that's the
what's the significance of the tape being on the skin?
if you wrap the tape on the skin first, it forms like a cast. You know what I'm saying? You put the tape on first, and then you wrap the gauze around that, and then you wrap some more tape around that. That forms like a cast, especially when you sweat, and then it forms like a harder You can hit harder. And no, that's not allowed in Vegas. And according to the rules of Nevada State, uh, rule 20, and I made a mistake the other day. I want to clear that up. According to the rules of Nevada, 2.030, bandages on hand wraps in unarmed combat. You cannot. It's restricted to only hand gauze first, and then covered up with tape. You can't put not. You cannot put tape directly on your skin. That is not. That is against the rules. But again, the commission saw him back there doing that, and they let him do that.
And that's what be throwing me too. Everybody be like, "So you think the commission just gonna let?" Yes, the commission
Yeah,
just gonna let them cheat. Do you know that the government let big dope dealers sell drugs? You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, why is that so unbelievable to people?
And I think EJ, I think he was partially doomed when he spoke out about the money for them sanctioning fees.
And AJ, let me answer this real quick. AJ say, I don't like Tim. I don't think he's that great. He always got to fight in his own country in a small ring. He got all the advantages. And I think that's what kind of killed Mendoza. Like, it seemed like that starts to wear those fighters down because he putting all that pressure on them and you take two steps back and you on the ropes. But I
Right.
believe if he fought Charlo, Charlo would be the A side. And would he fight in the U.S. or would Charlo have to go to Australia? Because that little bitty ring, they gotta give, man. And if
Yeah.
Charlo's the A side, he not gonna have that small ring. I just want to say that real
Mm-mm,
quick.
mm-mm. Nah, I agree. I agree. I mean, it's always something, when you go to their backyard,
What's up, Chris? Yes, it's weird, man.
peace, Chris. It's always something when you go to their backyard. So who do you think will win? Tank or Shakur?
I got Tank. H Money say Shakur, Shakur, Shakur. Here he go. What up, H Money? Big Two Devin scared of Shakur. This dude. Shakur the next
You were saying
bud. I can agree with that.
you were saying earlier about. I mean, maybe I've missed it. About Shakur. I mean, Devin having some losses removed or something.
Oh yeah, I seen it. I've been seeing everybody going around. Regis Prograde put up a tweet saying that Devin Haney had some losses removed from his record when he was fighting down in Mexico. And he
Uh,
might have said one loss removed or something like that. But we like when was the last time Devin Haney fought in Mexico?
right, right,
And I was like, even if he, I mean, so like the dude was like 15, 16 years old. Of course, it would discredit them, and it would show that they would be willing to cheat and all of this stuff, and to say something about that stuff about their character. But at this point, you know what I'm saying? He's already beat people. He's been undisputed. Like, what is it? What is it really gonna do?
mm. I'm carrying the echo, or
I think my speaker, my mic from my computer picks you up
oh,
when you
okay,
talk.
all
So
right.
I try to mute, when I'm
No, don't
not
worry,
talking.
it's all good.
Come on, y'all gotta bear with me. We just getting started.
Don't even worry. We're gonna get you right, sis. Don't even worry.
H Money, I like Shakur, but I'm not so sure he could beat Tank. I don't think he could beat Tank either. But you know what? I don't even know no more, man. Like you see these fighters and you think they this and that, and you see them on fight night and they ain't never fought how you ever seen them fight their whole career and lose.
Right. Well, as long as you don't talk against Floyd Mayweather, you got a chance to win. Those who seem to talk against Floyd Mayweather kind of seem like they lose.
All
What is it?
right.
Dante Wilder talked about. Floyd Mayweather. Earl talked about Floyd Mayweather.
Charlo talked about Floyd Mayweather.
There you go.
Hold on, let
And
me
then he
find
had the
out what the
nerve to
comments are. Go
he had the
ahead.
nerve to tell Charlo that he wasn't throwing enough jabs. Like what? Told the man he wasn't throwing enough jabs. Wow.
It says Bud could be playing games though and building up his body up right now for 154. Once he signs a contract, he'll start getting tested, so holding off as long as possible. Possible, but I still think he's gonna fight people that we don't really know who they are.
Yeah. I think the testing need to be uh I think the testing need to be better this go around. I think they should have better testing. See, Victor Conte, he's shrewd. He know what to do. Like now they're taking urine samples, right? They're taking urine samples and blood. But now, a more stringent test is the hair test. Like chemicals and the drug byproduct stays longer in your hair follicle. So like blood drugs in your blood can come out easy, drugs in your urine can come out easy, but it stays longer in your hair follicle. So he's working on a way on how, to cover that up now.
Who's
So
doing that?
uh Victor.
Oh, did he say that in an interview?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you.
This guy stayed telling on himself. Shout out Luis Martinez. Shout out 2 Cents Boxing. Love the videos. New subscriber to the channel. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Bud needs to honor the contract or nobody is going to want to do business with him because of diva behavior when Spence gave the opportunity. Hey, if you in the chat, make sure you hit the like button.
Oh yeah. Subscribe and share.
Hey, you got to send me the I mean, listen, if these people just will watch Victor Conti, it'll be like it's not, this is what I'm saying, it's not, this is bigger than Terence Crawford. He's just a good example to use right now, but he is working with a lot of the undisputed fighters right now. Like, y'all think that's a coincidence?
Right, right. So who you think gonna pull it out with Benavidez and Boo Boo, since both of them are snack fighters?
I don't know, but it's kind of weird how they acting. And I think I heard Benavidez say, what I hear him say that made me be like, what? It's gonna be the biggest upset or something he said. I gotta find out
Really?
exactly what he said, but it made me think when Spence kept saying it's gonna be a masterful performance in a one-sided ass whoop.
Right. Right. Okay.
So I think Benavidez will win because I don't think Andrade. I don't. I just know. I think he out of his prime.
Hmm. And when the last time Boo Boo fought? Didn't he just
I
have a
think I heard
recent
people
fight?
say he fought in January, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. I heard he had a recent fight too.
And I'm gonna drop the link in the chat as soon as I get the comments. Through the comments, we're gonna hop off because we've been on an hour and 15, so we over a little bit. So who you got winning?
As far as who?
Boo Boo and Benavidez. Because
Uh,
look. What if? Okay, just let's put our tinfoil hats on. What if they let Boo Boo beat Benavidez so he can fight Canelo? Because Benavidez said after this fight he moving up.
that's a thought. That's a thought.
But then I heard somebody say that because if Boo Boo is not the fighter, the same fighter that we think he is, I mean, that's another little cherry pick for Canelo, and then everybody can get off his back.
Um,
Now I
I
agree with
don't.
you, Ma from Be More. Tank will knock out Shakur. I don't know why people think that Shakur is gonna be able to run around for 12 rounds and not get touched. Unless he come in there with the most power he's ever had.
Yeah, he gonna have that same juice that Terrence got. Conte gonna give him the same PEDs he been giving Crawford. That's the only way he gonna beat Tank.
That don't even mean he gonna beat him. Do you know who Deuce
That's
Frank
true.
Sanchez is? H Money Mob said he called out Wilder.
Deuce Frank Sanchez.
I'm gonna have to look him up, but you know Wilder ain't never ducked no smoke.
Yeah, true that. True that. To this day.
There's been complaints back when Jeff Horn fought Crawford about the gloves, and that's what I be telling people too. This ain't the first glove gate.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He said that. Jeff said that right after the fight. Like right after the fight, he said something like, "He's like, man, I felt his hands. I think I felt his knuckles." Like Jeff said that like right after the fight.
I wonder why they don't be saying nothing. I mean, but who would they say something to? It's too late.
Right? Because the commission, see, we gotta remember the commission. Like when you just think about it. When people think of a commission, they think of uh some 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 people sitting, lawmakers or politicians.
Right. Some
You know what
professional
I'm saying?
people.
Right. We gotta really think that it's the commission, like the actual mob. You know what I'm saying? Remember the mob called the commission?
Oh, you right. You right.
Yeah,
See, it's
but
the
seriously,
wordplay. It's the wordplay.
it's the word. Listen, the mob always ran boxing, especially in Vegas. Like, especially in Vegas, the mob runs boxing. Bob Arum is an old mob boy.
I heard the mobs are the different mobs run different sanctioning bodies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The different crime
That's
family.
wild to me. That's wild to me.
Yeah, different crime family.
Well, that's crazy. Well, that's
And
all the. That's what.
that's why it's multiple belts. There's
But
the
it's too
multiple champs.
many. Would they every time a little new crime family join, they get a new belt?
Yeah. There you go. Right now you think, hey, it's not far fetched though, you know what I'm saying? It's not far fetched to think of, sis. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's really not. It's really
Because
not.
you gotta pay. Them belts have fees, right?
All of them. Hey, do those interim belts and do all them belts have fees too?
I don't know, they might. They I mean I know the four major ones, I think they do. That's something to look into.
Because they just made up that new belt and gave Canelo. I know he like, I don't want another belt.
Right. See, but he may not have to pay them fees though.
No, but what I heard was you could negotiate them.
Well, they're gonna get you're gonna get 3%. They're gonna get 3% regardless. That's the lowest that they're gonna not take. They're gonna get at
It's
least three
like it's
percent.
like 3% or a certain amount. So if it's like too much of the 3%, then they'll just take a certain amount. That's what I heard.
Oh, okay. I just know that they get that 3%. That's what I heard they getting that 3%.
AJ say they need to get rid of Victor, but of course they'll just bring in another one just like him. Man, they couldn't wait to get Victor in boxing. They embraced him with open arms. I'm telling you, the only people that don't want this stuff is the fans. Because if they
Right,
really didn't want it, boxing wouldn't have it. Not to this level, not to the level of letting Victor Conti come work in your sport.
right.
Like if you didn't want it, why would you let Victor Conti come work in your sport? Like make it make sense to me.
And one of the biggest sports that has a lot of finance. They definitely wasn't having him in there. Is the horse racing?
Oh
The horse
wow.
racing.
You start juicing
Yeah,
up the horses?
oh no, the horse racing. No, they weren't. Nah, they weren't. They said no.
You think
They
he'll
ain't dealing
juice
with it.
up the horses?
Nah, I'm gonna send you the video. You can be like, Supreme, what the hell?
Send it to me, please. All right, I
I'm gonna
stayed on
send
here
you that.
extra. I thought Mr. Moss said he was gonna hop on, but appreciate everybody for stopping by. Make sure y'all watch my videos. I got a promotion I'm running right now, so you can win a free tumbler. So go watch my videos and see how you can do that. The last two I posted. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're watching the replay, make sure you comment. Let me know and drop it below what you think about the live. I'm gonna try to go live again tomorrow. I'm gonna try to go live again every day because my subscribers is going up, but I gotta get my watch hours up.
Also, real quick, sis, I'm gonna come in here soon, give you a little donation that you can, do a giveaway too. You know what I'm saying? It may not be much, 50, 100, maybe $200 giveaway. So y'all also, look out for that too. I'm gonna definitely do that for the sister. You're gonna be having a free or a giveaway. I'm gonna donate to that to you, sis.
All right. So if you stay to the end of the live, you heard that. We're gonna be doing a giveaway in addition to the customized tumbler. But I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. Supreme L, appreciate you for being my co-host tonight. It's always easier up here when I got people to bounce off of than just being up here talking about myself. I be seeing people, they do this every day, just come up here and talk. Like, you feel like you're talking to yourself.
It's my pleasure, sis. The pleasure is all mine, and I'm looking forward to doing it more often.
All right, cool. All right, thanks for everybody for coming out. See y'all tomorrow. Stay
Peace.
tuned for my 2 cents in the next live. Peace.